said without a grin. That's when the trouble comes in. When they're old enough to know better, it's better to leave them alone. Though they act like little babies of two, take it from me, they can take it from you. Never say too much in a letter, or tell all you know on the phone. Once I asked a gal to shimmy, and she said, "My gosh, how can I do the shimmy when it's in the wash?" When they're old enough to know better, it's better to leave them alone. Confucius said. Can you wait? My wedding is this evening and I can't be late. When they're old enough to know better, it's better to leave them. Don't hug or squeeze them. It's better to leave them alone. Oh yeah, better to leave them alone. Leave them sailed out to sea. The Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Marie. And as they sailed the stormy sea on that historic day, from way up in the crow's nest, you could hear Luigi say, around, take me back, I want to feel my 2 feet on the ground. Why you tell Isabella that the world is round? Please, Mr. Columbus, turn the ship around. But Christopher got his mandolin, he began to play. They sang and danced and telling, they ate up all the provolone and drank up all the wine. But still up in the crow's nest, you could hear Luigi cry. Please, Mr. Columbus, turn the ship around. Take me back, I want to feel my 2 feet on the ground. Why in the hell you tell Isabella you think the world is round? Please, Mr. Columbus, turn the ship around. Sight land just off the starboard bow. Columbus said, the journey's over now.
And Luigi saw the Indians had gathered on the shore, so he said, well, keep us safe. I'm going to ask you just once more.
Whoa, please, Mr. Columbus, the journey's ship around. The Indians were menacing, they need to hold their ground. So we put there on the sand, the boilers pound for pound. Please, Mr. Columbus, turn the ship around. All right, I'm chicken. But please turn this ship around. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank the little people. No, here you go. What a neat thing we do, throwing roses to our audiences. Anyway, and gosh, and what a neat town Dodge City is. Fort City. No, seriously, we've never had a chance to be in Iowa before, and of course we heard about it in the Music Man, but we've never had a chance to be here before, and we've had such wonderful experiences with people in the day that we've been here. We got in here very late last night, and have been to some of the local restaurants and all that kind of stuff, and I'll tell you, people are so friendly, and of all the places the Cincinnati Kids have ever had the opportunity to sing, I think probably, certainly ranking as, I guess I can say, our favorite place of all time that we've ever had a chance to be is San Diego, California. And Fort Dodge is not even close. But I guess now would probably be the best time for me to introduce the members of the quartet. Okay. No, I mentioned San Diego, California, and that's because we were in San Diego, California about last spring, as a matter of fact, approximately a year ago. And one of the things about San Diego, California that you all may certainly be aware of is that it's close to Mexico, California. Now, it's close to Mexico, which is not part of California, of course. It's an entirely different country. And being close to Mexico, they have a lot of Mexicans. Which, and they also have a lot of kind of cultural crossing there. And we went into one of the local sort of cultural places. It was called Mexican Joe's Bar and Grill. And we went into it. It was all kind of like patterned after the old time sort of saloons, you know. And we walked in to have a drink and something to eat. And we noticed a gentleman sitting on a bar stool there, and his name was Bubba. And Bubba was, I would say, in the vicinity of 7'10" and 625 pounds, and looked like a type not to be trifled with. So we didn't trifle. We went over, we sat in a booth and watched Bubba kind of, from a distance, and watched people trying to avoid him. Well, a couple of, not more than 5 minutes later, a little Mexican fella named Chico walked in. Chico was about 4'2", and Chico came busting through the double doors, swinging doors that old-timey kind of saloons had. And he looked around the saloon a little bit, and he spotted Bubba. And Chico walked right up to Bubba, and he jumped up, tapped him on the hip. And Chico said to him, "Senor, my dog, he killed your dog." Bubba looked at him and he said, "What?" And Chico said, "My dog, he killed your dog." And Bubba said, "Boy, I got me a 350-pound Russian wolfhound. What kind of dog do you got?" And Chico said, "A Chihuahua." And Bubba said, "Boy," I said, "Boy, how did your Chihuahua kill my 350-pound Russian wolfhound?" And Chico looked up at him and he said, "He got stuck in his throat." I'm tired of dating flappers. They're all so very, very like birds or starve themselves for their only bones and skin. See them standing sideways, they almost disappear. So give me a girl with lots of centimeters. Here and here and here. I'll take my Anna in Indiana. She's just as dinky as a baby grand piano. Not very nifty, weighs 750. But a great fat girl now and then is relished by the best of men. Anna in Indiana. I'll put my arms around her far as they will go. I'm all through with Broadway sallies. How I long for the hills and valleys. I'm going back to Indiana. You can't have her 'cause I love her. She's too fat for you. She's too fat, much too fat for you. How beautiful that spacious size. Oh, we want a girl just like the girl that I'll paint dear old dad. Like my Anna in Indiana. She just loves to be the playful Pollyanna. A little heavy, but like my Chevy. But you can have a lot of fun when you get two for the price of one. Anna in Indiana. The springs of every car I've ever rode. You can have your Broadway Bessie. I'll just take my two-ton Tessie. I'm going back to Indiana. Double your pleasure and double your fun. Find you a girl who weighs nearly a ton. I found me four who are rolled into one. My grand Vienna, top banana, Pollyanna, Indiana, this day and age we're living in gives cause for apprehension. With speed and new invention and things like third dimension. But we get a trifle weary of Mr. Einstein's theory. So we must get down to earth at times, relax, relieve the tension. No matter what the progress or what may yet be tried, the simple things of life are such they cannot be denied. You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. As time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say, I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Time goes by. Moonlight and love songs never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story. A fight for love and glory. A case of do or die. The world will always welcome love. by the sea, by the beautiful sea. You and I, all happy we'll be.
When each wave comes a-rolling in, we will duck
Or swim and float and fool around the water, over and under and then up for air. Mars rich, now what do we care? Whoa, I love to be beside your side, beside the sea, beside the seaside. My beautiful sea, how I love it in the good old summer time. Now it's Miller time. Down a sandy shore with my baby mine. I hold her hand and she'll hold mine, and that's a very good sign. She will be my ever loved, and in the good old summertime, summertime, in the good old summertime. That's when we'll float and fool around the water, over and then up for air. Boys, now what do we care? I love to be beside your side, beside the sea, beside the seaside, by the sea, in the good old summertime, summertime, summertime.
Thank you all very much. You know, our quartet loves to sing those old-fashioned barbershop type songs, as well as the chorus that you heard earlier in the quartets, of course. But you know, every now and then you hear a modern tune, one on the radio, that you wonder, especially if you're singing a tune like this, can that song be adapted to the barbershop style? Well, we heard a song about 6 years ago that we just fell in love with that was originally arranged by Barry Manilow. And we'd like to sing that song for you next, but I have to tell you, this happens to be my girlfriend's favorite number. And Barbie's back in Cincinnati, home, I hope. So, with your permission, I'd like to dedicate this next song to her. Scott's fiance likes this song a whole lot too. So we'll dedicate this next song to Paul. And to Kathy. And to Mommy.
and you by the bay. We started a story whose end must now wait, and tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this strong yearning end? And when will I hold you again? I feel the change coming. I feel the wind blow. I feel brave and daring. I feel my blood flow. With you I can bring out all the love that I had. With you there's a heaven so earthly, so bad. And tell me, when will our eyes meet? When can I touch you? When will this strong yearning end? And when will I hold you Oh, I wonder, do. Who wrote the book of love?
Oh, baby, 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 who wrote the book of love? I got to know the answer from the stars above.
Oh, I wonder.
Who wrote the book of love?
Oh, tell me, baby, I'll just look at you. It's just so in this book of love that I give to you.
Oh, I wonder.
Who wrote the book of love? Chapter 1 says you love her, love with all your heart. In chapter 2 you tell her you're never gonna part. Chapter 3 you remember the meaning of romance. In chapter 4 you break up to give her just one more chance. Oh, I wonder, do. Hey, who wrote the book of love?
Oh, baby, 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 woo!
Down. Who wrote the book of love? We were coming back anyway.
For next number,
For our next number, before we sing our next number, actually, we'd like to, well, this, the quartet told me this would be kind of a crass and tacky kind of thing to do.
what the heck, we're kind of a crass and tacky bunch of guys up here. We thought we would tell you, of course you already knew it because you had a drawing for one of our albums, which we have on sale. For money. In the lobby. Right. Immediately following the show. You cannot get outside the door without walking past our albums. It's likely that you cannot walk past them without stopping to look at them. It's likely that you can't stop to look at them without touching them. You touch them, you bought them. No, seriously, the albums are called Kids Sing the Darndest Things, and it's a collection of some of your favorite Cincinnati Kids numbers from all the years that you've listened to us sing. One thing I guess I should tell you about this album is there are any number of reasons why we think it would be a nice collection, addition to your album collection, not the least of which is that it will make us a lot of money if you should choose to, and frankly, we're very poor. Let me tell you a little about Randy's little girl, Amy. Amy is, how old is she now, Randy? Almost a year and a half? Year and a half? Amy has never had a pair of shoes. Oshkosh overalls, but no shoes. And, in fact, Randy's wife, Lori, has never had any shoes either. And, and just the thought of that lovely family walking around barefoot. So tonight, before you leave this auditorium, search your souls. You can afford the show, right? Probably gonna go out, maybe have a couple drinks afterwards, you think? Contribute to this poor family instead to the demon rum. But don't feel pressured to any of this. Actually, the album was a great deal of fun to make, and it really has been very successful so far. We've sold 3 copies. Randy didn't want one.
Remember the old-time movies that you and your girl went to see? When the lights go low at the Nickelodeon movie show, your heart beats quicker as the shadows flicker. Lady, won't you please remove your hat? Injuns bake the hero and the snake. See it at the Nickelodeon. The gal's in danger from a tall, dark stranger, and the hero's in a burning vat. And evil spell pursues our Nell.
Yeah, my dear, marry me and you shall have everything I own. All my land. My dear, marry me and you shall have the big house on the hill. And the little house out back.
No, $100.
shall have all my money.
No, time.
And best of all, my dear, you shall have me.
You just blew it, Buster. Nickelodeon, mascot, invited. You sit there, cheek to cheek to cheek. You think that you're excited, but you want to see what happens next week. It's really thrilling when you kiss the villain as you stamp your feet and kick the slack. You'll see a side as you hold her tight at the Nickelodeon every Saturday night. She'll squeal with delight as you hold her tight. At the Nickelodeon, every Saturday. That's all, folks. Saturday night.
You've been a wonderful audience. We would like to leave you with the theme song of barbershoppers across the country. We sing that they shall speak, and the motto songs. The motto song keeps Americans singing. Now to join the Town and Country Chorus, let's welcome back. Don't get ahead of me, Stu. Let's welcome back the first-class male. And now the Cincinnati Kids. Now to direct us in the show finale, the director of the Town and Country Chorus, old Stu Martin.
We sing that they shall speak, the lips in silence dumb. We sing that young hearts everywhere may thrill to join you found. May learn to know and tell the love they now in silence seek. We sing to greet you full soul. We sing that they shall speak. We sing that they shall speak.
In the great heartland of our continent, in Wichita, Kansas, stands the Institute of Logopedics, where each day a battle is being waged against the afflictions that inhibit normal speech. They are many, and 1 in 10 children is infected. The Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America, 38,000 members strong, is proud to have adopted this institute as its international service project. Across the length and breadth of North America, our voices are raised in song.
We sing that they shall speak. Keep America singing.
announcement. For those of you who don't know, you can go. It's always amazing how a bunch of guys like that can. It's a little disgusting for a former quartet man who used to put in weeks and weeks and weeks of rehearsal and always to try and put together a decent act. They bring in a guy from Tucson, you know, a day before a show, and they do an act like that. It's kind of disgusting. And once again, I'd like to introduce one of the most entertaining quartets I've seen in a long time, the Cincinnati Kids.
Thank you very much, by the way, for the warm applause that y'all gave us for the there you are, the warm introduction about the entertaining quartet thing, all the people who came up after the show and said, gosh, you guys are really good, and all that stuff. And we'd just like to say to all of you Iowans who said those wonderful words to us, we'd like to dedicate this next song to you. There is a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps through the top like dandelions, up they pop, their ears so big, their eyes so wide, and though my tail is bona fide baloney, just let me spin it. Cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute, and I'm referring to the minute you were born. That you was born in blessed hour, each hour in 60 of them. Each time that wooden cuckoo shows his face, another sucker takes his place and flunks his quarter on the line to buy my random genuine malarkey. God bless and love 'em. But don't feel sad or hopping mad or cause a scene, wah, 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 cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute. But ma'am, you might have been the minute in between. If I allow it right here in my hand, the smallest living human man, the sight of that is surely worth a dime. If I present an educated pooch who's trained to dance the hoochie cooch, what better way to waste a bit of time? If I import that monumental cost the lady fair whose head was lost while crossing railroad tracks to pick some zinnias, who eats farina through walls and wears thick tights instead of clothes. If that ain't worth a buck, my name ain't Phineas. His name ain't Phineas. You say that's hogwash, well who cares? You'll buy my hogwash long as there's a sucker born every minute. Each time that second hand sweeps through the top like dandelions, up they pop, their ears so big, their eyes so wide, and though my tail is bona fide baloney, just let me spin it. And ain't no man who can resist me, wait and see, wah, 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 cause there's a sure as shooting sucker born a minute. And friends, the biggest one, excluding none, is the I like the sun tones. It's good. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. Well, of course they do a good show. They write it down. And our second song is Melancholy Baby. Stop, look, listen to me. Anybody see my gal? Just look, she did to me, and I thought she was a pal. Next gal I go and get, she must be blonde or brunette. Redhead gals may be okay, but I am here to say, I'll say, nobody knows what a redhead mama can do.
she'll break it into right into. There's no doubt that she's got a conscience and a mind. But when she steps out, she leaves them both behind. Shaking all rings round a gal like Louisville, Louisville. She can make a blue beard feel mighty blue, to keep her from talking without a muzzle, it's harder to do than a jigsaw puzzle. Nobody knows what a redhead mama can do. She can draw rings round a gal like hard-hearted Hannah, the vamp bust of energy, eh? To see them suffer is her delight, they say. Now you take a woman who is red-headed. If you got what she wants, she's gonna get it, 'cause nobody knows what a redhead mama can. Redhead, everybody loves a redhead. She's my heartbreaker, I'm gonna make her. Don't take her, my heartbreaker, I'm gonna make her mine.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, a lot of you all have been asking a number of questions, personal questions about the Cincinnati Kids. And now is the time to answer those questions. Yes, one of the questions was, which of you guys are married? And of course our response to that is, well, none of us to each other. But one of us is married to a girl. And that one of us is Randy, our tenor over here. Randy is married to Lori, and Randy and Lori, October 15th or 14th of 1984, had a little miracle come into their lives called a baby, named Amy Catherine Graham. And we said, what a silly name for a boy. But he always wanted to name his first child Amy. You know, what the heck? He was going to name the girl Todd. Anyway, Randy and Lori are kind of it's kind of an interesting. I might as well tell you about the rest of the quartet. I am Scott, and I'm engaged to also a girl named Paula. I'm not being sorry. No, and she will be. We're going to be married July 25th. Now, Steve is currently involved in a very intimate relationship. And George. George also is a girl. And of course, George is gay. But. They say 25% of the population, we proved it. Anyway. No, that isn't true at all. He just has a serious disease. So anyway, getting back to Randy and Lori. See, one of the things about Randy and Lori and myself is that I knew Lori. Well, you know, not in the biblical sense, of course. I knew Lori. I was aware of Lori when we were both like about 9 years old. Her mother and my mother were in the PTA together, and we went to the same schools when we were growing up. And I met Randy later on, a few years later on, but I was Randy's friend before he and Lori, his wife, had met. And so I got to see the relationship from start to finish. From until now. And they began dating, you know, like in high school and through a few years of high school, and then, 4 years of college, and then so far almost 6 years of marriage, and so it's been really tedious. But being, of course, that's close to the situation, watching it from beginning to end, it's been quite an eye-opening experience, and they both have always felt very comfortable confiding in me, which is why a couple falls ago, when Randy came to me with problems he were having, I lent him a sympathetic ear, as long as he promised to return it, and he told me that they were having some problems, and I suggested that they go and see a counselor. And they did, and the problems got worked out. And later on, I asked Randy what the problem was, and apparently it was something I'm sure we can all relate to, ladies. It was one partner in the relationship taking the other one for granted, and not really, being sensitive to that particular partner's needs. And I asked specifically what the counselor had said, and evidently the counselor told the offending party, listen, you are going to have to figure out a better way to spend your free time than sitting around the house in your underwear, drinking beer, and watching football games on TV. And Lori said, listen, it's my free time, I'll spend it with that. One of the things that happens when a guy in the quartet gets married is that one of the things that happens is you don't feel like you've lost. We all know in a quartet, we all know that it's kind of a brotherhood. It's kind of a fraternal kind of feeling you get for one another. And when one guy gets married, you don't really feel like you've lost a brother nearly so much. It's like you've gained a major obstacle. Lori was no exception to that. Randy married an obstacle in July of 1980, and naturally the quartet got to kind of participate. We sang at the wedding with another tenor, because Randy had things to do that day. And we sang at the wedding, and naturally afterwards we were invited to sing at the conception. And that's reception. I must have been in the wrong room. Not a soul down on the corner, that's a pretty certain sign. That wedding bells are breaking up that old gang of mine. All the boys are singing love songs they forgot. Sweet Adeline, those wedding bells are breaking up that old gang of mine. There goes another poor man gone wrong, just another who don't belong, just another poor jay who'll have to obey the parson sentenced him to serve till Judgment Day. Those two little words I do, don't you know that they mean smooth? So it's goodbye, boys. I've gotta be married. The guy's gone
who just fell for some girl that ain't petite, some girl that's got big feet.
I like her feet.
When you're married,
Oh, no,
you can't do anything. Nagging won't stop. Once a month for Barbershop. Another poor man gone wrong. As a soldier, he was so strong. When she met him, you see, doing KP, she said, I need a maid. He was good to me. He thought that the war was won, but the fighting had just begun. Gee, I get a lonesome feeling when I hear those church bells chime. He's another poor man who don't understand. He's just another poor man.